Hey, good morning, everyone. It's another foggy day here this morning. It's clearing up, and I'm just on my way to work. I usually don't like to repeat what I hear in the news because millions of people right now are talking about the same thing that I'm about to discuss. So what does that make it? It makes it a regurgitated information that you already know. So basically, all you're hearing is my opinion based on what I see from the video of this 37-year-old Minneapolis woman who was murdered in cold blood. Now, at the same time, I'm watching other posts from people who support Donald Trump and support ICE in their activities since they came on scene after Donald Trump's election. ICE have been atrocious. They have been like villains. They've been like Nazis, just like they're being called out. Why? Because they're attacking innocent people, and their whole motive was to protect Americans and wipe clean our cities and states of drug dealers, sex traffickers, and violent people, and have them deported. But even then, they're supposed to abide by our laws, which they have not. So, anyways, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and to those people who are visiting my channel for the first time. If you see something that resonates with you, then please consider on subscribing. I'll be right back with more.
I'm not suggesting anything so complicated.
So anyways, it's like I said, I'm not going to be telling you anything new. So basically, I'm just expressing my own thoughts and opinions and what millions of people are discovering on their own when they watch the videos. I have been following several channels and several news stations, and it's the same video. We all can watch the same video, but different people are going to have different opinions. Those people that are siding with ISIS and this corrupt, manipulative, controlling administration, if they agree that what they're being told by ICE and by Kristi Noem and President Trump and his administration, then they are complicit in this woman's murder, cold-blooded murder. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. I am not biased. I'm not for Trump, and I never was. I'm for freedom, liberty, and what's right and what's not wrong. This was wrong. This did not have to happen. This woman that was murdered in cold blood, she was not even a protester. She was in her vehicle warning people that ICE was in the area. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Okay? ICE is out of control. They've been assaulting people and hurting people, innocent people, mostly in those states and cities that did not vote for Trump. Do you think it's a coincidence? No. So let me go back to the video that I saw now last night for a few hours And I've seen many different YouTube channels who are running it, different news programs who are showing it. And this is what I saw. I saw a scenery where an SUV, a Honda SUV, Honda Pilot, maroon, was tempting to leave, but she had traffic that was going in front of her, and she was waving them to go. A gray Ford truck came into the scene, and the ICE agent got out of the truck and immediately was yelling and approached the vehicle of this woman. And as soon as he approached the vehicle of this woman, the woman put the vehicle on in reverse, and you can see closely that her vehicle tire turned into the direction she wanted to go, which was to the right. As soon as she reverses, turns the wheel to go to the right, to go forward, she is shot. She is shot by someone who very quickly got in front of her, but reached into his holster and took out his gun before she even drove past him, and shot her directly at point blank in her face. He drew the weapon before she drove by him as she was turning left. So naturally, when she dies, when she got shot, your feet will become heavy-footed, okay? Because you got shot, you're gonna grip the wheel, and you're gonna push down on the gas. You just got shot to the head and to the face. Those were natural instincts, and she went straight into a parked vehicle and hit a telephone pole or a tree. This was calculated. It was cold-blooded murder. What happened next was even worse, because the gathering crowd that witnessed this, one of the women had emergency experience, wanted to rush to this woman to her aid to see if she was still alive and had a pulse and possibly breathing. She was kept from doing this, okay? Many people are now theorizing that the reason why ICE did not allow her to do this was so she can bleed out and die and not be a witness to what actually happened. Because, as you are finding out by Kristi Noem, even before her name was released, even before she was even removed from the vehicle, she was being accused as trying to run over, and according to Trump, did run over this officer who shot. But you can watch the video. The officer who did the shooting never went to the hospital, never was even struck by a vehicle. He had plenty of room to escape, in which he did. He reached into the holster to shoot. How do I know that? Because one of the channels that I was watching this actually froze the video and had the ability to reverse the video and to make it go forward in very slow speed motion. And you can see when the officer that approached the vehicle to try to open the door, when she moved the vehicle, that officer got out of the way. Then you can see the other officer that was to the left of the vehicle disengage his gun from his holster and aimed and fired. At that time when he did that, he was not in the path of the vehicle. Okay? So how can that guy who shot get hit by a vehicle? He even went back to the vehicle after shooting at this woman to check on her condition. Okay? And he went back to the other officers to tell them, like this, to contact 911. This was a calculated, cold-blooded murder. Okay? These officers need to be held, for once, accountable. They need to face trial just as much as Kristi Noem and even Donald Trump. This is a rogue administration we have, and we have about 40 to 35% now of our American population that support these actions. These are the rogue voters as well. And they are also complicit because they're defending this administration. And that is wrong. I'm sorry, that is wrong. And I don't even have to apologize. They deserve to be persecuted. They deserve to go to court. At least they will get due process. Because up until now, anyone who's being harassed by ICE, okay, is not receiving due process. This murder is indespicable. It didn't have to happen. It happened to a legal American citizen who was doing nothing wrong except warn her neighbors that ICE is in the area. And they attacked her and they killed her in her vehicle, unarmed. When they were taking pictures of the vehicle after she got shot, you can see that the airbag was full of blood all over the windshield and the dashboard. And they accused her, this mother of a fatherless child who have two other children, was accused of being a terrorist. As you can see the photograph of the passenger door open, there were stuffed kitty toys in the glove compartment. Okay? She was unarmed. Her wheel of her car was turned to the right to escape, to leave. And they accused her of running over an officer. Wouldn't her wheel be locked on going straight forward? Would have the vehicle turned and gone the opposite way and crashed? No. No. There's going to be big things happening because of this. The American people have had enough. I have had enough. I have had enough. Something has to happen. And to me, what needs to happen, we need to oust this administration because they are the ones who are anti-American. They're trying to break us so we can normalize this government that they're trying to turn into, which is a Russian government. We have a Russian asset president in office who rolled out the red carpet for Putin when he came here, ordered our military to roll out a red carpet at the tarmac. No president in history has ever done that. Isn't that obvious enough? That President Trump is not even a president. He's not even a human. To me, he's subhuman. How can we have JFK get assassinated for being one of the best presidents that we've ever had? Okay? Get assassinated. And how can this president continue to be president and go untouched? That is beyond me. But anyway, my time here has come. I arrived at my work. I got to go to work. And I hope you guys share this video. Just share my thoughts. Give me a thumbs up because what I'm saying is what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is what a lot of good Americans who have common sense, who can put two and two together and not be misled by this red-faced, pig-faced president, lying son of a bitch that we have. I hope you have a nice day. I know right now the temperature is incredibly hot. It's a very, very hot topic right now that's going on. People are angry. And it was supposed to be the New Year's. Doesn't feel like it, does it?